And we're underway in Kansas City. This is returnable for Hardman. Can't get through that in Colts when he was sacked.
Illegal personal foul. Illegal double team block. Receiving team number 42. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
At their own 9-yard line. Fake it to McCoy. Moving pocket. Mahomes tosses it. 2nd and 10 for Kansas City. McCoy remains in there. Did not have a carry last week in the loss to Indianapolis. They'll swing it to him. And it goes down. Color. Shotgun Mahomes. Little flip. Caught on the outside by Darrell Williams. Big gain for Williams. Out of bounds. Slow starting in recent games. And there is a challenge flag thrown by Bill O'Brien.
Really a great idea by O'Brien. He saw the pick. This one may come back.
Called.
Well, this is a offensive pass interference. That's a pick right there. That's why Williams was free on the outside. I don't understand why the officials on the field didn't see it or why it wasn't reversed back in New York.
Toss it to Byron Pringle.
Pass interference. Offense number 87. 10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
Oh, you look perfect.
Thanks, Dan. 1st and 20. 2 tight ends in this formation. They'll go empty with McCoy now shifting behind
False start.
on the right.
Offense number 75. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Mental errors, and the Chiefs off to a rough start.
Mahomes off the fake. Throws it sideline. It's offline. The film this week. Pass protection is also a big part of it. Mahomes slings it. Catch is made. Hardman weaving through traffic. Package here for Houston. Out of the gun. Pump one way. Go to the other. Damian Williams breaks tackles, but can't get to the marker with a flag thrown back at the 38-yard line.
And it looks like it's going to be holding against the Chiefs. Another penalty on this opening drive.
Holding. Offense number 62. 10-yard penalty. Replay, third down.
Still trying to get back into field goal range here. Now on a 3rd and 21 for KC. Mahomes with a flag down. He'll take the deep shot. It is caught. Tyreek Hill. What a play. Touchdown. Amazing.
Well, because of the flag, Mahomes knew he had a free play. And welcome back, Tyreek Hill. He goes up over the top of 2 defenders, Gaines and Reed, and pushes it across the end zone. Tremendous hops.
Offside. Defense number 59. This penalty is declined. The result of the play is a touchdown.
His vertical is ridiculous.
And levitation as he just hung in the air. And how about the desire after breaking the tackle here of Gaines to get the touchdown?
So there might be teams out there that think they have a blueprint on how to handle Kansas City.
Well, they just got punched in the nose.
Yeah. Extra point from Butker.
On a 3rd and 21. Smart play by Mahomes. Sees the defense jump off sides. His offensive line gives him the time to launch the bomb.
Point after is good. Harrison Butker kicks it off. DeAndre Carter deep in the shoulder. And he's back. Oh, the ball pops free. Carlos Hyde coughs it up. Kansas City has got it. You can't have a worse start than that for the Houston Texans.
That's his 2nd fumble of the season. It looks like the handoff is okay, but as he goes to cut, The ball is knocked out of his hands by Frank Clark, who gets the recovery. Tremendous play by Clark. Watch his right hand right on the ball, right there to peel it away. Grab it in midair. He's forced to fumble.
Shotgun for Mahomes, who already has 116 yards through the air. Looking for another score. Second and 10. Thomas, the motion man, toss it underneath. LaShawn McCoy.
Penalties and the mistakes pile up.
Dan, they haven't lost back-to-back home games since 2013. Andy Reid's first season as the head coach of the Chiefs. 3rd and 5. Deep drop. Hits his man, Hardman. With a flag down, a couple of them. And Hardman is pushed backwards.
I think they may get Mitchell Schwartz for holding on J.J. Watt. This would be the 5th penalty against the Chiefs in less than 5 minutes.
2 fouls by the offense on the play. Holding, number 75, this penalty's declined. Holding, number 71, the penalty will be 10 yards from the previous spot. Replay the down.
This is 3rd and 15. Williams in motion. They'll go empty here and spread it. Mahomes on the move, pulls the trigger. Back of the end zone, too far. Patrick Mahomes needs more time. He doesn't complain about it, he just keeps fighting through. Butker, perfect run for Houston. It was a fumble by Carlos Hyde. And Harrison Butker will kick it off to DeAndre Carter after the field goal. Kansas City has 121 yards of offense, but 44 penalty yards. Well, Houston will look to exhale here and just get a drive going. They'll go empty here with Deshaun Watson from the gun. Watson gets rid of it quickly. Catch and curl by Hopkins. And then they swarm. The ball pops free at the end of the play. It's scooped up by Tarvarius Ward. They are ruling him down.
Well, his forward progress was stopped. And the linesman came in and he's pointing at the ground where that progress was stopped.
It's 2nd down.
8 for the Texans. Hyde in the backfield, give it to him. Hyde accelerates through that hole and picks up 5 yards on the play.
By the officials on live action.
And now a 3rd and 3. Watson connects with Hopkins. One game, a 3-touchdown performance. Watson had 5 touchdowns in that game. It was a loss to the Chiefs. Handoff for Hyde. All right, guys, Watson operating out of the gun on a 2nd and 6. That ball knocked away. Tried to squeeze it into Fells, but it's pretty good. This is year 3 for Watson. He said he just has a much better understanding. His conversations with Bill O'Brien are now at a next level when they talk offense. 3rd and 6. They handle the rush. Again, Watson. This season, 1 interception. It's Hyde. A powerful Carlos Hyde spins across the 40-yard line. Did a tight end with 3 touchdowns this season. 8th play of the drive. Watson, little dump off for Fells. Yeah. Well, we'll check in with Kevin later. Here it's 10-0 Kansas City. Play fake. Watson sets up. Deep ball. Fuller could not hold on to it. His ability, just like Mahomes, throwing to the far side of the field and putting it on the money. Option. Watson stiff arm, and he's out of bounds. Johnson is in. Another pickup just before the regular season, along with Carlos Hyde. Watson on 3rd and 8. Steps and fires. Should have been intercepted. Kiki. Yeah, I think there's a reason why the Kiki stuck.
That works.
44-yard attempt. Fairbairn. He knocks it through. Standing a yard deep in the end zone. Once again, returnable. Hardman hits the hole, and he is tripped up as he crossed the 20-yard line. Flag is down. Dylan Cole on special teams makes the play.
During the return, holding, receiving team. The penalty is half the distance to the goal. It's 1st down.
NFL.com/crucial catch to learn more. On a give for LaShawn McCoy, not much there on the outside. He picked good. People just are now taking notice. Plays with a lot of pride, takes on double teams. He said this is the first year he's asking him about pass rush moves.
Or the great nose tackle for the Patriots who worked with Romeo Cornell back in the day.
3rd and 8. Mahomes with a flag down. Flick of the wrist. Trying to work it to the sideline. Damian Williams. Jaleel Adai there defensively. And a second penalty marker has come in. So there's one back at the 11-yard line. Second one tossed right around the 30.
There were 2 fouls on the play, both by the defense. Offside, nose tackle. This penalty is declined. Pass interference, number 37. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. First down.
He was at 116 yards on the first drive. Because of the penalties, they kept backing up.
That's right.
There was more opportunities for Mahomes.
I thought they increased the size of the field there for a minute.
Is it the CFL? Tyreek Hill.
Well,
You just can't help yourself. You get one battery thrown at you. 2nd and 1. Williams nearly lost it. Damian Williams comes in averaging less than 2 yards per carry. Mahomes off his back foot. Hits Kelsey. They come up on 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. McCoy is in there. Motion man is Pringle. Give it to McCoy. He's got room. McCoy, a stiff arm. Good cut by McCoy. Operating from the 25. They have 171 yards in the opening quarter. Mahomes. That sidearm toss to working out of the gun. Fake and toss. Tyreek Hill. The lunge by Hill gets him a first down. Play of the drive. Motion man DeAnthony Thomas. Mahomes hooks a pass. Too high. He wanted McCoy. Penalty marker, 2 of them thrown. One at the 23, the other at the 14. Zach Cunningham, the linebacker, in coverage.
There were fouls by both teams on the play. Holding, defense number 59. Holding, defense number 76. These fouls offset. Replay, first down.
Creativity of Andy Reid.
136
involved.
left in this first quarter. Mahomes set it up underneath. Damian Williams busting through for a touchdown. Catch and run.
Nobody in the NFL runs the screen pass better than the Kansas City Chiefs. They have mobile offensive linemen that get out in front of these talented running backs and receivers. Look at the screen in front of Williams. 3 blockers, 1 cut, and he's in the end zone.
And they make it look so easy.
They are playing with a sense of urgency here in the first quarter.
Well, that's something that they talked about quite a bit. Everyone we talked to in regards to Kansas City talked about that feeling of urgency following the Indianapolis loss. Carter, we expected fireworks. We're getting just that in this opening quarter. 17-3 Chiefs. And coming out to the 25-yard line.
And they're getting burned by these screen passes.
Houston now down by 14 on a give for Hyde. He's very poised, he's calm, he's smart. He can put mistakes behind him. The players love him. They feed off his demeanor. Another quick hitter with Darren Fells, the motion man. Down to 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Running play. It's Hyde. And the pile gets pushed. 2nd and 1 to open up the second quarter. Watson sells the fake. Plenty of time. Watson going for the home run ball. Separation. Will Fuller that you worry about. This is now a 3rd and 1. On the ground. Big hole for Hyde. So the drive continues for Houston. Fake and toss. Darren Fells. Big target. 6'7", 270.
California Irvine anteater.
Back to the ground game, and Carlos Hyde Eighth play of the drive. Stutter step for Hyde.
There is no foul on the play. The result of the play is a first down.
Wins this season over Jacksonville, the Chargers, Atlanta, losses to New Orleans and Carolina. Another running play this season. Double tight end formation. This is a 2nd and 6 for Houston. Watson on time, extending. Duke Johnson. Touchdown, Texans. Working against Damian Wilson. Johnson gets the advantage.
Well, the pass is perfect by Watson because it carries Duke Johnson right to where he wants to go, right out in front. Doesn't have to break stride. He can extend the ball over the pylon for the score.
Watson with a strike to Duke Johnson. 10 plays, 75 yards. It has been confirmed, and now Kaimi Fairbairn, who has had his share of problems on extra points. He's missed 3 of them. On there to try to tack on one more.
He missed that one.
With New England, who's on IR now because of a hip injury. Fairbairn kicks it off. D'Anthony Thomas will return it from the 2. And Thomas runs into a crowd.
Quarterback right there.
Offense, number 87. 5-yard penalty. It's first down.
With his offense, though, because of 5 of the 7 penalties against the O.
Mahomes to Hardman. Shotgun for Mahomes. McCoy in motion. Mahomes looking downfield. A floater to the outside. It's incomplete. Flag down. McCole Hardman complaining, and Phillip Gaines may be the guilty party.
Yeah, the defensive line is saying this ball was tipped. They had good pressure on Mahomes. And if the ball was tipped, there cannot be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense number 29. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. First down.
So 15-yard penalty sets up Kansas City with a first down. Play fake and a throw to Hardman. First down from the 50. Mahomes sidesteps and hit as he throws. It's incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver, and a flag is down.
Holding. Defense number 29. 5-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Well, before that. Now limping badly.
LaShawn McCoy tries to spin. In his preparation, the normal week, getting ready, taping it up, good to go. Travis Kelsey, the catch. It's 3rd and less than a yard. They'll pitch it. Anthony Thomas has enough for a first down. New set of downs for Kansas City. Mahomes operates out of the gun. Mahomes, deep one, intercepted. First of the season, and Gibson's got it.
Pass interference. Defense number 32. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. First down.
My thought is that because that ball was not thrown to Kelsey, and that's the defender.
The contact that was potentially a hold was while the ball was in the air. It is not pass interference because it was not on the receiver that caught the ball. Therefore, the result of the play is a touchback. It's an interception. First down.
The decibel level is high, and the fans are not happy. An interception thrown by Mahomes. Fans thought it was coming back. Blows Hyde. Fake it to him. Watson will toss it. And QT with the high kick. Affleck
Before the pass was thrown. Holding. Defense number 20. His penalties decline. The play results in a first down.
Gave him a good spot at the 44-yard line. Watson gets rid of it on a toss to Hyde. Nice move. Hyde works the sideline, and he's out of bounds. At the 42-yard line. Fake the handoff. Watson looks downfield. Watson tosses it. 55 yards of offense for the Texans. Fake it. Watson will throw it. And he gets the other tight end involved. Jordan Akins breaks a tackle and then upended. Anthony Hitchens, that groin injury. One of the better tacklers on this squad. Watson gets Hopkins involved, and Hopkins gets lifted in the air. 2nd and 4. Hyde trying to rip through that first tackle, could not. Double tight end set. QT in motion. Flip it to QT, and he has stopped. The ball popped free, and then bounced along the sideline out of bounds for the Texans. They spread it. Shotgun, rush coming. Watson gets rid of it. Catch made by Hopkins. Down for the Texans, trailing by 8. On a give, Hyde cuts it. 2nd and 7 for the Texans. Watson darts it underneath. Catch made. Johnson will come up short of the goal. Handoff. Carlos Hyde is in. Touchdown, Texans. The Carlos Hyde revenge game. And the Texans are down by 2 with 3:06 to play, first half.
Well, Laramie Tunsil, the big left tackle here, is going to get a key block there, and it's a walk-in touchdown. Nothing fancy here. Fells comes over from his tight end spot. As easy a touchdown as Carlos Hyde has had in quite a while.
Traded by Kansas City to Houston for Martinez Rankin before the regular season started. 12 plays, 80 yards, and Fairbairn is on for the extra point. He connects. He's 1-point game. 3:06 left to play in the second quarter. Fairbairn kicks it off. To Anthony Thomas from the 4. And Thomas trampled down as he crossed the 25-yard line. On Patrick Mahomes' left ankle with 3 minutes to go in this first half. Mahomes pump. He will throw it underneath. Broken tackle made by Pringle.
On the sideline here, guys.
And Evan, they've got a first down at the 46. Mahomes, protection holds up. His receiver fell down. There's a reason why. Travis Kelce matched up with Deshaun Gibson.
Defense number 39. 5-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
And so Kansas City has certainly benefited from Houston penalties and turning them into first downs. Mahomes gets rid of it quickly to Kelce. Spin move. And Kelce rumbles inside the 35. On the Houston sideline, 2 minutes to play in this first half. Fake it to Damian Williams. Mahomes sets, throws. Oh, good effort along the sideline. Justin Reed, but it's incomplete. He was out of bounds. Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And one of the best young safeties in the NFL and the smartest player on the team.
Is that because he went to Stanford?
I thought so. From the gun. Knocked away.
Came up short.
Damian Williams in the backfield. On 3rd and 10 with 1:48 to go. Second quarter. Mahomes. Incomplete. Bucker's kick. It's offline. Deshaun Watson is 14 of 19 for 134 yards and a touchdown. Running play. Duke Johnson still gel together for this group. 2nd and 7. Watson, plenty of time. Watson will throw it low.
There is no foul on the play. It's 3rd down.
Consistency in their pass protection. I don't think he's hit the turf yet today. And that's offsides.
A jump.
Howard.
Titus Howard, the rookie out of Alabama State.
False start. Offense number 71. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
1:07 on the clock. They handle the initial rush, and now Watson will run. And he'll come up short of the first down on a
interference today, aren't we? The secondary.
Defense number 21. This 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play. It's 1st down.
58 seconds to play. 13 combined penalties. A jump on the right side for Kansas City. They whistle this one dead.
Unimpeded to the quarterback. Defense number 55. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
Yeah, that hamstring injury from Miami and a 4th-round pick for 2 first-round picks. 2nd-round pick and 2 players. Watson deals along the 50 this year for Fairbairn. Watson. Home run ball. Watson gets rid of it. To receiver. Watson, step and throw. Intercepted. Juan Thornhill with a pick. 32 seconds to go. First half. Play fake. Mahomes. Ball is not free. And Kansas City trying to jump on it with Rankin. Omenahu got over there. This is huge. Houston has taken over with 16 seconds to play. First half. Duke Johnson in the backfield. Texans looking for the lead. Watson circles, flag down. Watson has got the angle for the touchdown. Deshaun Watson does it himself. And Houston goes in front with 16 seconds to play, first half.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be holding.
Holding.
Against the Chiefs.
Defense, number 21. His penalties decline. The play results in a touchdown.
And he knocks it through. 23-17 Houston. A fumble by Mahomes leads to the Texans taking over deep in Kansas City territory. And then the feet of Deshaun Watson. Dual threat. The Texans have overcome what felt like a disastrous start. He had a Texas fifth-round pick. You said long, 6'5", 280. Houston native. Anthony Thomas. He got bounced around and
start the second half, and what an advantage that will be for Houston as they are hot right now.
beat the Raiders head-to-head earlier this season. DeAndre Carter deep. And this is coming out to the 25-yard line.
City, just the move down here in the final minutes of that first half, it was stunned.
Watson to throw it on first down to Darren Fells, who sticks his helmet down. Sharping into left guard, and it's really paid off. We've seen the chemistry of that group the last few weeks. Little dump pass to Hopkins for the most part.
And a little short passes, crisp passes from Watson.
And a first down for Houston. Watson, the drop. The throw is on the money to Darren Fells. Pace in which Houston is running its offense. Carlos Hyde cutting to the outside. Hyde is
legs going.
2nd and 1. Hyde remains in there. Fake it. Watson tosses to Hopkins. Shake and bake move for a first down. Again, Watson operating out of the gun. Watson rifles. Looking for the big one through the hands of Will Fuller. 2nd and 10. 5 receivers set for Watson to work with. Watson will run it out of bounds. Watson to the outside. Fells is met and driven backwards by Sorensen for no gain. Trying to add to the Houston lead. Fairbairn, no. After the Fairbairn miss. And Mahomes will throw it. Lofts it to Tyreek Hill on. He ended up going down right at the end of that play. Handoff, McCoy. They can't loosen up that front for Houston against Houston. Chiefs have won 4 of the last 5. Mahomes on first down. Guns it underneath. And Pringle, McCoy, the single setback. 3 receivers set. Thomas goes in motion. They'll go McCoy to the outside. He's got some room. McCoy at the Houston 31. Toss low and handled. All right, Evans, 2nd and 10 now for Kansas City. Mahomes hits his man. Kelsey continues. Mahomes Loops it to the outside. Hardman walking the tightrope. On to a 6-point lead. Fake it on a give for McCoy. McCoy in motion. Mahomes steps up, throws. The stumble and the drop for the Chiefs. Mahomes steps up. Mahomes delivers. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill! Second of the day for Hill. And the Chiefs an extra point away from regaining the lead. And they are flipping out in Kansas City.
I've never seen anything quite like that. How do you leave him wide open like this? It's zone coverage, but still nobody in that zone. And now the party begins.
5 catches for 80 yards. They go 64 yards on 10 plays. And Butker can put the Chiefs back in front. Right down the middle. Since 2017, that's the most in the NFL over that span. As Butker kicks it off to Carter. Carter spun down as he crossed the 20-yard line by 24-23. Chiefs lead it. Option for Watson. And a nice gain. I'm going to have to check my birth certificate. You might be right, JP. 2nd and 2. Driving up the middle, Carlos Hyde. He's going to be a member of the Chiefs this season, but his life got turned upside down. Will Fuller the catch. Good catches for 21 yards. Fells is their leading receiver with 5 catches, 51 yards. Once again going up the middle, and Hyde is punishing the yards on the ground now for Houston. 108. Fake the handoff. Watson hit as he throws, and a penalty marker. 2 of them thrown on the play. It was Ogba and Matthew with the pressure.
They're going to call defensive holding.
Watson and Matthew are very close friends going back to Deshaun Watson's high school days.
Before the pass was thrown, holding. Defense number 35. 5-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
At the 46-yard line of Kansas City. Shotgun. Running play. Big hole. Carlos Hyde. Stiff arm. And Hyde finally brought down as he took it just short of the 20. 101 yards and a touchdown for Carlos Hyde. Longest play of the day. 26 yards. And they'll line it up at the 20. Again, Hyde for the New Orleans Saints, replacing Drew Brees and maintaining a high level of that offense. 2nd down and 8 for Watson and the Texans, driving once again against this Kansas City D. Watson comfortable in the pocket, throws it underneath to QT. It was back in 2002. They trail the Chiefs 24-23. 2 minutes to go in the 3rd. Watson sets and throws, hits his man Hopkins for a first down. 3rd, 1st and goal at the 8. Hyde single setback. He gets the call. Hyde trying to bounce off contact, cannot. Weekend on game day. 2nd and goal for the Texans, 40 seconds to play in the 3rd. And the play whistle dead.
Before the snap, full start. Offense number 78. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Is a wideout. 2nd and goal. Check made. Watson fires it and dropped by Hopkins. Watson lofts it up and intercepted by Ward. What a pick! The Kansas City defense comes up with a huge play. Hopkins, the intended receiver, in the corner.
And usually it's Hopkins making the one-handed catch. But watch Ward go up with his right hand to pull it in. He got an interception against Oakland. This is his 2nd one. And what a beauty.
Watson pay. 4 seconds to go in the third. Kansas City maintains the lead. Swing pass. Dropped by Thomas. On second down, Mahomes. Deep ball on a wobbler. Incomplete. Leading the Texans as we start the fourth quarter in a 3rd and 10 for KC. Play is whistled dead. Flag down at the 20.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 99. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Games. On 3rd and 5 for the Chiefs. Mahomes. Incomplete. The field stands. There is no pass interference. Kansas City will punt it on 4th and 5. Dustin Colquitt. And kick. Carter watches this one ricochet out of bounds inside the 10. Interference. So 2 timeouts remaining for Kansas City. Houston trailing 24-23. Carlos Hyde with his legs shorter last week against Indianapolis. So Kalen Saunders has seen most of the action inside. Watson floats it to the outside.
1st down.
Definitely holding. Had a hold of the front of his jersey.
Just underway here in the 4th. 1st down for Houston. Hyde. Outside run. Dances. Across the 25. He lost the ball at the end of the play, and it's whistled dead. Hyde has gone for a $117 on the ground and a touchdown. Play fake. Watson directing his receiver downfield and hits a sliding Akins. Passing 213. Fake it. Watson. Oh, threads the needle along the sideline to Will Fuller.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense number 78. 5-yard penalty. Replay. 1st down.
12:20 to go in the 4th. Duke Johnson is in there. Here comes the rush. Watson hangs in. Watson out of the pocket. He will tuck and run out of bounds, crossing into Kansas City territory. Ground with a lot of that damage in this 2nd half. Running play. Duke Johnson has the speed to get to the edge, and he does for a 1st down. And Akins. On 1st down, it's Johnson. Duke Johnson accelerates to the 26.
Real solid today for the Texans O-line.
And Dan, they've been balanced. Another run. Good cut by Johnson. Falls forward. City defense. They are ranked 30th in that department. Watson off the fake. Toss to Fuller. Ooh, slammed down hard. Houston offense. 9th play. Motion man Akins. Watson, run pass option. It's a pass to Akins. Works the sideline and another Houston 1st down.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense number 78. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay. 1st down.
Hyde sets up as a receiver. Watson not looking in that direction. Instead, swings it for Fuller. Splits defenders. 2nd and 10 for the Texans. Hyde in the backfield. Watson will give it to Hyde. Flags down, and Hyde is tripped inside the 10. They got hit down low by Ben Neiman.
This is going to go against the Texans. Another penalty on this drive.
That'll be double digits.
Illegal formation. Offense number 63 was uncovered. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay. 2nd down.
And a 10-yard line of Kansas City. Watson, shotgun. Watson tosses, catch made, rumbling, Darren Fells. Just short of the goal line. Wilson, 1st and goal. Houston for the lead, Carlos Hyde, denied. Fake the give. Watson has options here. Watson, the shake and bake, the twirl for the touchdown. Deshaun Watson puts the Texans in front.
He had absolutely nothing on the pass part of this play. He comes out, Fuller is covered, but he's going to put it under his arm here. And as you said, look at it stretch across before his knees could touch the ground, because his knees were on top of the tackler. And in he goes for his 2nd score of the day.
What an effort.
Frank Clark in the open field trying to deal with Deshaun Watson. They're going to go for 2 here because they lead by 5.
Yep, good decision, obviously.
Duke Johnson in. The 2-pointer. They've got it. Heavily in favor of the Texans. And they've got a 31-24 lead over Kansas City. Mahomes, deep drop. Flag down as he tosses to McCoy. And he is dumped at the 21 by DJ Reader.
Have an offensive lineman about 10 yards down the field on that screen pass. Well read by the Texans. That forced Mahomes to hold it.
They actually had a loss of 4 on the play. They might turn this thing down. You're looking at 2nd and 14 or 1st and 20.
Holding. Offense, number 75. That penalty's declined. It's 2nd down.
Getting by with Lonnie Johnson and Keon Crossan. Sean McCoy is cut down by Reader. Good cheer for the Texans on a 3rd and 13. We're down to 5:20 to play. Mahomes on 3rd down. Spins. Mahomes. Incomplete. Well short of the day. No punts. The last 2 we've seen Colquitt. Kick is sailing to DeAndre Carter. And Carter working the sidelines. He's out of bounds. 5:03 to play. 4th quarter. Houston 31, Kansas City 24. Carlos Hyde gets the carry. And Hyde
handling the crowd noise here at Arrowhead. Of course, teams all pipe in noise at practice. Certainly has paid off today.
2nd and 9 now for the Texans. Kansas City has 2 timeouts remaining. 4:15 to go. Watson, another quick hitter. Hopkins breaks away. DeAndre Hopkins creating after the catch. Thumb injury. His return is questionable. Watson, fake and keep, darts upfield. Boy, he got hit around the ankles by Okafor. That 2-score lead for Houston. 2:50 to play. Watson on a give. Carlos Hyde. Oh, could not break away from Bashad Breeland. He 1 timeout and the 2-minute warning. And the Texans are driving a 2nd and 10. Just inside the 35. Watson. That short toss to Fuller, and it's been effective. It's huge. 3rd and 1. You're either looking at a field goal, or if they get a 1st down, this thing's over. Watson on a give. They're not going to get it. Carlos Hyde is driven backwards. Attempt. Instead, it's the Houston offense on a 4th and 3.
Keep the ball in Watson's hands.
Watson. He hits Hopkins. A sliding grab inside the 20. And that will seal it for Houston. And he was right. 13, everybody questioned what's wrong with the Chiefs. And the questions will persist. On the flip side, the Chiefs. In the first ever meeting between Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes, it's Houston with the win.